Alrighty then, here we are, here we go. Wanted to do a video, won't keep y'all long. See, they was having another mayoral debate tonight between Ken Locke and Mary Sheffield, okay, for those who don't know. And I want to talk about the importance of voting in the city of Detroit, right? Now, I know y'all ain't gonna really care about this particular video, but I want to talk about the importance of local voting. And for some of y'all that might own your homes, some of y'all that may have businesses in the city of Detroit, may inherit a home one day or hope to buy a home one day, right? Just in general, working in the city of Detroit, if you work here, even if you don't live here, and you actually work in the city of Detroit, it's very important because then we're talking about public safety. So I'm gonna tell you one thing about the importance of local voting. It's different from the national votes, right? The reason why you should go find out who your local councilman or councilwoman is. You should know who your treasurer is. When we start talking about judges, they determine, they really had a fate of your life in your hands, okay? You've seen what's happening in Memphis and Chicago. They cleaned up DC. And that is just really a failure of the citizens of those cities and the people that they elect to put in charge to police their own communities, the citizens and the people that's in charge. So if you don't, my people in the city of Detroit and my black people, if you don't police your own communities, and what I mean by that, if you don't observe and report crime and you protect criminals by saying no snitching, you're a citizen. You're not a snitch. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you're not a snitch. And if you don't say anything and you protect criminals, you let them basically be like you see a roach back in the day or a bed bug, and one turn to 10 and 10 turn to 1,000. That's what happens with crime. So if you don't clean it up, guess who's gonna come clean it up anyway? It's gonna be the government. They're gonna come and clean it up. They're gonna have tanks rolling down your street. They're gonna do it. So you must police your community. So when you go vote, you're voting for them to clean the community up, but you have to do your job and observe and report crime in your neighborhoods. Because guess what? What if that's your little girl that gets snatched up and get hit by a stray bullet? You know what I'm saying? So when you create a strong community, let me talk about this first, strong community with y'all coming together and observing and reporting crime, guess what? You don't even have to worry about them coming in. But when you vote locally, you know, your treasurers, all that determines your property value, your housing value, your property taxes, keeping them low. If you have a good, I think it's your treasurer and they do a good job, they keep your property taxes low. Guess what? If you observe crime and you hold everybody to a standard to cut their grass and to have their houses looking good, that's what HOAs is for. It helps increase the value or at least hold the value of the home. Okay. So, the local elections is very important. You don't have to worry about the college electoral votes. You are right there. And from my understanding, I know people that's working the polls is being told that it may not be anybody showing up to the vote. Vote. This vote is important because when something happened, in the city of Detroit and we need resources, you need a general that's going to get out there and put the legwork in to get you those resources. You know what I'm saying? In general, when you talk about judges and all that, guess what? What if somebody did something to one of your peoples, and now it's up to the judge to execute and give out a stern sentence, or you innocent and you pick the judge who don't care for your kind of people, or don't care in general, and give you time. Vote, get out there and vote, because if y'all continue to let crime infest the cities and then the voting rate is low, this is a prime recipe for them to take the city back from y'all. You're already complaining. You've seen all these different people coming into the city. Gentrification only happens because you men and women in this community allow it to happen, because you don't get involved. You don't vote. You don't know who your councilman is. And a lot of y'all parents don't even know who y'all kids' teachers is. Y'all don't even know your kids' curriculum. You don't know their reading level. But you know what? That's a different conversation for a different day. Get out there and vote. It makes a difference. You want to stop gentrification? Learn the candidates. Research the candidates. Guess what? It ain't hearsay, shearsay, or you got to read the paper. We got the information in our hands every day, whether it's a phone, a tablet, a computer. Go read up on these candidates, man. Literally, go read up on these candidates. See who fits the bill the best. See who can get the job done in your opinion. This vote counts. Go find out who your city councilman is. Go down to the city councilman meetings they have, once a month, at the recreational center. Go get involved. Go learn other people in your community where y'all can build a strong community by, sharing information. If y'all believe this or not, man, Detroit got so many resources. They have so many resources for first-time home buyers, whether if you above the, you balling or you falling. There are so many grants and programs in the city of Detroit for, first-time business owners, for business owners to open up businesses here. There are so many programs that people don't know about. You can be an electrician on the city's dime, you can be a plumber on the city's dime. You know what I'm saying? There's so many programs that can plug you into this job, plug you into that profession. There's programs. I mean, I heard Mary Sheffield when they had that debate with her and the other candidates, James Craig, Ken Locke, and that Chantel lady. It's so many programs. So get out there, vote. Because if you don't vote, I don't want to hear anybody crying about when they take the city from you because y'all wasn't involved. I don't care nothing about that. You should care about that. When property taxes are low, guess what? What's the number one reason they usually raise your rent? Or people lose their homes because of property taxes? I can't afford them. I forgot to pay them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why my rent keep going up? Property taxes. Go vote. Go learn who these people are. Go research these people. See what they background is. And I guarantee you, y'all can save the city by voting, by getting to know your local officials. I think right down there in Hart Plaza, a lot of them being there. They be right there. You can go right there and drop complaints. You go right there and meet them, a lot of them right in that building. And you can go and you can get shit done. But if y'all continue not to care and not to vote, who gonna suffer? The children are gonna suffer and you gonna suffer. So I don't give a fuck about voting this. Okay then, guess what? When they move y'all ass out the city and they kick y'all ass out I don't want to hear it. Because a lot of the black people in the city of Detroit, they're gonna be in the Victim Olympics. Oh, this isn't, no, you didn't care when it mattered. You didn't care when it mattered. Vote. Go learn these candidates. Go research them. Go meet them. Your tax dollars is paying a lot of them. And you don't think it directly affects you. It affects you in so many different ways, from crime, whether it's on the street or taken off the street, whether it's your rent going up, whether it's your property value, whether it's the value of your home, whether it's your car registration, all types of shit. So this is my opinion on it, man. Y'all should have a high turnout rate. If y'all don't want to turn the city over to them people, y'all should turn out and vote. Y'all don't have no problem turning up when it's a concert downtown or when it get hot downtown, shaking y'all ass downtown. And that's why when it happens and they take the city, and I'ma laugh. I'ma flat out laugh. Because I can understand why people say, well, voting on the national level doesn't matter with electoral votes and this, that, and I understand that. But at the local level, this is the most important vote. But that's all I had to say. Check out the current Detroit News playlist. Hit the link tree, want to support the channel and everything else I'm doing there. Peace.